list Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba leader Shahid Mehmood as a global terrorist. That is, of course, the latest breaking news coming in on the broadcast. To discuss more on this, I've been joined by Major Mohommed Ali Shah. Welcome to the broadcast, Major Shah. How do you react to China now putting a hold on a proposal by India and US? At the United Nations, of course, this is not something which we would not have expected from China. But why do you think this has now surfaced?
You know, it is very, very frustrating when our repeated attempts, in fact, our repeated proposals, which are very, very legitimate, which is very, very valid, rational and logical, when we ask these demands to declare them a global terrorist, but China intervenes and puts its foot down. China has a very influencing body in the UN, let's accept it. And the very fact that they became a permanent member in the UN was because of India only. In fact, Jawaharlal Nehru gave the seat away to China on a platter, I would say. So that was one big mistake which India, a blunder which India committed. Now, you talk about the Khalistan chief, the founder, who's sitting in Canada nicely. The UN said, no, we don't have enough documents, enough evidence, and enough backing for that to declare him a global terrorist. Now, when you talk about Shahid Mehmood, oh my goodness, again, I'm surprised the 42-year-old has done enough damage to the world, not just, and we are rather serving the world, the international community, by getting him declared as a global terrorist. But no, because China puts its foot down, China has its vested interest in Pakistan. So they will try to please Pakistan. They will try to, they know which side, and Pakistan knows very well which side of the bread to butter. So because of their CPAC, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, that is going strong. And that is the only reason why China would want to please Pakistan. Pakistan internally would want to please China. So both are looking after each other's interests that way. But it is actually very, very annoying, frustrating, because when we appeal, we do not appeal half-heartedly or without doing a research or without putting up matter. We have put up facts and figures, and we have put up instances. Well, the Interpol had given red corner notice to Hafiz Saeed, to Maulana Masood Azhar. They were, in fact, thankfully, at least some action there. But here, I think it's about time now we are having an Interpol meeting, a very, very big meeting in India, which India is hosting. Hopefully, I am certain that India's foreign policy has always been exceptional and exemplary. And I'm certain that something positive should come out of that when India plays its moves rightly. But yes, why Shahid Mehmood has not been declared as a global terrorist? Because China has put its foot down, and it's very clear why and what China wants.
Right. Also, how would you react to Pakistan on this? Because, of course, Pakistan not naming, their acts, their, terrorism stunts against India.
Pakistan, I will tell you, Mohammed Sarwar is under terrorist, I would say. He's under Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists. In December 2016, he was part of the action which was to disrupt Lashkar-e-Taiba's fundraising and support networks. And so Pakistan would never, ever improve. They would never actually want to, they will talk, they'll say, okay, we want peace. They do not. The very fact is that nation is, even our foreign minister said that they specialize in IT. That's not just information technology, that's international terrorism. They will continue giving support to the terrorists. That's all. And let me tell you again, Pakistan military and the terrorists, I do not distinguish between them at all. I think they're same. They're infiltrators. In 1999, it was proved that the infiltrators who had come across to India during the Kargil war were actually Pakistani regular soldiers. When my colleagues checked their dead bodies, who they had killed, thereafter they found their I-card. So definitely Pakistan is not going to improve. They have the backing of the Pakistani military, Rawalpindi, who rules the roost. So yes, Pakistan is not going to learn its lessons. But let me tell you one more thing. Interestingly, one thing, people, our audience would be very intrigued to know that Pakistan is actually Atmanirbhar. I think they have taken our Prime Minister's advice a bit too seriously. They are Atmanirbhar in terms of destroying themselves. They do not need an external force, an external enemy from outside to come and destroy them. They are going to be digging their own grave, and they are soon to meet their own doomsday because of their own ill practices. And I would like to conclude by saying that Pakistan is not upset by the fact that they are danger. They are in the grey list of FATF. They're not in the white list. In the grey list, they are likely to come in the blacklist. They are not upset of the fact that there was a big, huge flood and thousands of people lost their lives from June. No, they are not upset about the fact that there are civil wars happening in their Sindh province. They're not happy about the fact that General Bajwa, the assassination plot against General Bajwa to assassinate him. They're not upset about the fact that there's a big circus that happens in the parliament. They're not upset about these things. What they are upset about is, I'll just come to the point. They are upset about the happiness and the joy and the flourishment of the neighbor. That is the problem. And two neighbors which emerged at the same time together. I will not say they took birth because India was born much before that, but 14th August 1947 and 15th August 1947. So both countries got their identity. One country, look at this, is specializing generally in IT, that's us, information technology. We have produced CEOs of big companies like PepsiCo and they have produced CEOs of the terrorist organizations like Shahid Mehmood, Masood Azhar, and Hafiz Saeed and many such people. So yes, they are going to be soon meeting their own doomsday on their own.
All right, Major Shah, thank you for giving your reactions to that story.